Hi, how's it going? I've been meaning to make this video for a while now, but you know, um, stuff comes up. A lot of noise makes it hard to record. But anyway, I've been playing a lot of Stardew Valley lately, and decided to look into a few mods. So I found this site talking about some of the best Stardew Valley mods, which led me to a place called nexusmods.com. Pretty cool. So if you want to get started on some mods, which I'm going to show you a few today, first thing that you need to do to be able to install these is install this add-on to Stardew called Stardew Modding API. What it does is it allows you to add these mods to your game pretty easily without a whole lot of programming knowledge. So after you install that, you've got access to all of these really cool mods. And there's just tons and tons and tons of user-created mods. A lot of them are pretty fun. Some of them are a little overpowered. Today I'm just going to show you some of the ones that I thought were really fun, but not terribly overpowered. So here you can see this is your Stardew file. To install your mods, once you get the SM API installed, you'll install all of your mods in this mod folder. It's in your game file. A lot of these are just ones that add on to help you install mods, and then there's some other ones that are actually the mods themselves. So some of the ones that I would like to show today are add to Workbench Chests, automate, bigger backpack, which is cool. Let's see, extended farm. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. Oh, and there's a couple of just aesthetic updates that are pretty neat. Okay, so first thing, when you open Stardew through the Stardew Modding API, you're going to get a console that goes along with it. Don't panic. You don't really need to do a lot with this. You can. Mine looks a lot more complicated because I installed the dev version, which, I mean, it's me. Why wouldn't I? Just because. But there are cool things that you can do with this. It shows you all the stuff that you've got loaded. There are some console commands that come along with it, which are kind of cool, kind of helpful sometimes if you get stuck, which is possible. And then there's just some other things that just make it easier to edit the game. But like I said, it's not completely necessary. You don't have to do anything with the console, really. It just is there if you want to do advanced stuff. Yeah, like I said, this has got a lot more because I installed the dev version. And when you're in this, like anything else, if you need to know some of the stuff you can do, help gives you a list of commands that you can do. Anyway, let's actually get into it. Ta-da! Stardew. Made this one farm here in particular just to kind of play with some of the mods. So I had a dedicated save file. Let's see, what should we show first? How about, good call. So one mod that I thought was pretty neat is expanded backpack. So you've got your standard backpack, like normal. Expanded backpack mod gives you one extra row. That's all it does. Pretty simple. Pretty cool. Oh, and while you're here, you can also see there's another mod that allows you extra rings. That's kind of a fun one. Not too terribly overpowered, but still fun. So you can see I actually have 2 iridium bands installed, and 4 other rings. It's pretty cool. So let's see, another mod that I installed here that's pretty neat. I think one thing that is always kind of a pain trying to figure out what are the liked and loved gifts of people. This one's called the Gift Taste Helper. Gives you a little tooltip. So you hover over individual people. It shows you what their favorite gifts are, so you always know what they like the most. Which I think is pretty cool. Makes things a lot easier than just trying to either look it up or figure it out. So, that one's pretty fun. So, next one, which I thought was pretty neat. Updated profile pictures. This one's a little bit harder to install. It does actually involve editing some of the game files, which can be a little dangerous if you're not careful, because you do have to add new files into the directories. If you're not careful, you can delete the old files, which would be bad. So you want to make sure that you back up your files before you do this one. There's a lot of information out there on how to do that. But that one's pretty fun. I like that one. The next one, which is super cool. Any of you Final Fantasy fans out there, now instead of a horse, got a Chocobo. Pretty cool. And since we're on the Chocobo, let's show you the extended farm. Normally your farm's a little, I mean, it's decent sized, but it's not huge. With the extended farm mod, we've got Grandpa's Shrine up there, but it makes the map quite a bit bigger. So you've got your standard area here. One thing it adds on with the extended farm is this area down here. It's a hardwood grove, so you get all this hardwood. Regenerates every day, which is pretty awesome. Another thing that it adds with the extended farm is a quick shortcut to the secret place. So it makes it a lot easier to obtain hardwood, which I think is nice. I think that's a pain. So next, there would be your normal exit. With the extended farm, it also adds on this little quarry area down here. So just like the quarry, it regenerates all these ores after a few days. Also pretty nice. Now, I think one of my favorite parts about the extended farm is this area over here. It adds on a area here. Zoom out a little. That is specifically for your animals. These fences here, they're not hardwood fences, they're actually built into the map itself. So you get this whole added on area for animals, which is fantastic. I love that. I love raising animals, but they just take up so much space. So that's the extended farm, which I just absolutely love. That is a tractor. We'll get back to that later, because it's a little bit more complicated, but it's pretty cool. So, let's see, for the next thing, let's look at my little workshop area. So one thing that adds on with one of these mods is called Add to Workbench Chests. And what's cool, it adds this little button. I'm not sure why it looks so weird on my screen here, but it adds this little button that says Add to Connect Chests there, you see. So if I have anything in those chests that are surrounding the workbench when I hit this button, they're all going to go directly into the workbenches, or into the chests, which is awesome. So, like, see, we've got, let's add some quartz. Crab pots, now it already has to be in the chest. That's the thing, it'll only add to it if it's in the chest. Some clay. So now you see we took stuff from each of these individual chests. You go in here, add to connected chests, and it's just going to distribute those out to all of the chests that already have that in them. Super awesome. Super, super awesome. Let's see. Next. What can we do? Okay, this is another kind of cool one. There's this one called Automate. And what that does is any chest that's connected to a string of things here, it will automatically take whatever needs refining from that chest, put it into whatever's attached to it, process it. As soon as it's done, it kicks it back into the chest. Let's see if I have something that we can process real quick. What do I have? What do I have? Let's see. Okay, how about some starfruit seeds? Let's take 10 of those. Okay, so you can see all the seed makers I've got set up here, and then there's a chest attached right there. I take and put my starfruit, let me take these out, just so it'll be easier to see. I take and put my starfruit into this chest, it's there, and now it's gone. That's because it put all of the starfruit into the closest seed makers. So now they're processing. As soon as it's done, it'll end up back in this chest, which we'll wait for a second. It's the seed makers are usually pretty quick. Actually, while we're waiting on that, let's check out this other mod. It's pretty cool too. So one thing that I think makes this like a ton easier, it's not, again, not too overpowered, is there's a lot of greenhouse updates. Now there's a ton out there. This is just the one that I went with, because the greenhouse is just, it's compact. If you have OCD issues, your sprinklers are all sorts of irritating. So I found this one. So now you've got an updated greenhouse. Very cool because it's got these plots here that work out perfectly for your 3 trellis crops, so you can access all of your trellises, keep everything regrowing. Then you've got your 3 plots here. They've got spots for your sprinklers right in the middle. They work out perfect. And there's a second room over here to plant your fruit trees. Pretty darn cool. You got a lot of room for fruit trees. The only thing about this particular greenhouse mod that does make it a touch overpowered is it does have a second level, and it's huge. So you can grow these massive, massive starfruit fields year-round. A little overpowered, but it's still kind of cool. And like I said, there's a ton of different greenhouse mods that you could use. Let's go back and see if our seeds are done. They should be. Oh, hey look, there's our other mod. BB-8 instead of the cat. That's another one that is a little bit more complicated. You have to be a little careful, otherwise you'll accidentally delete game files. But it's still not terribly difficult to do. Ah, our seeds are done. So, if you remember, we put in our 10 star fruit, and we got back 16 starfruit seeds. So it just automates it. You don't have to go and check on it. You just throw whatever you want in the chest that's connected, and it just processes it. Pretty cool. And that's what's happening right here with my mayo makers. Got eggs in here, throw all the eggs in, processes it, and puts the mayo back in. That works with truffle oil, cheese, wool. That's all going in there right now. Same thing over here. Got diamonds processing and crystallarium, and since those are connected to those, if I want to make bars, I just make sure I've got enough coal, throw the ore in, and it just processes it. Pretty neat. Let's go into town. I love the Chocobo. It works out really cool. Let's go look at some more of these. Oh, it's Wednesday. That's unfortunate. Yeah, another mod. You can see where the villagers are with this one. I like this one a lot too. Let's go find... Oh, I don't know. Let's go to Leah's house. Maybe we'll stop by Emily and Haley's cottage. Yep, there's Emily. So again, with the profiles, pretty cool. You get this kind of anime style profile, which is, I like. I think it's pretty cool. Nope, Haley's not there. So those ones, it's not like a complete mod. There's individual, there are individual mods for the individual characters, so they're not all available. But there's quite a few. Yeah, I like this. I think it's cool that you can change their profiles. And honestly, if you've got the graphic design knowledge, it's pretty easy to make your own. See if we can find anyone else. I know one of them was Robin. Go see her. Do, do, do. New profile. Pretty cool. But you can see here, it didn't do all of them. Just the developer, this one only did some of the characters. They did this one. So, what they didn't do... Seems like they mainly did the girls. Oh, I don't want to do a cutscene. Nope. Stop it. to see. Most of the guys didn't. But if there's anybody out there that's got some good ideas, get some good graphic design, make them. Be cool. Anyway, I think for the most part that's I think that's all the real simple ones that I've installed. There's some that are more complicated, but yeah, I think that's about it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, let me know. And if not, let me know. I don't know. I'm not used to recording videos. But anyway. Bye. See you later, farmer.